Madam President.
The senator from Alaska.
Again, I join my colleague, Senator Pryor. I don't think that any of us had planned to do anything coordinated at this point in time. I just came to the floor and was anticipating the announcement from both leadership. But to see so many of our colleagues who have been working on this proposal, that Senator Collins from Maine, who has truly been, I think, remarkable in her persistence and insistence that we continue this effort to work collegially, to work collaboratively on these very, very difficult issues that we have been facing in these past several weeks. So to Senator Collins for her leadership most particularly. But we all know if you're just trying to move the ball, just one person, you don't get anywhere. We do a lot of sports analogies around here, and quite honestly, I am really tired of sports analogies. But what I do appreciate is that as a Senate, we cannot work together as individuals and expect to accomplish the work that is needed not only for my constituents in Alaska, but around the country. And regardless of who's in the majority or who's in the minority, in order to make it work for the country, we've got to be working together. And so as difficult as all this has been in the past several weeks, the thing that I have found encouraging is that there have been a nucleus of folks who would come together as the need arose, or perhaps just for a little moral support, and continue the effort to try to find common ground. We went from a small group to a group of 6 on each side to a group of 7 on each side, and I think with every passing day, we had more colleagues that were interested in helping and participating to try to find that common ground. And as we've noted, the agreement that has been reached by our respective leaderships, well, it's not what our working group came up with. There are certain elements of it that we had helped to shepherd. But this should not be about who claims authorship, who puts their name behind it. What this should be about is whether or not we can get the government open again, we can get focused on dealing with our fiscal issues, dealing with the fact that we're up against a debt ceiling, perhaps tomorrow. Our reality is in front of us right now. So getting caught up with whether it's the Senate that should make this happen or the House that makes this happen, whether it's Leader Reid or the minority member McConnell, that's not what the public really cares about. The news that's coming out today is that there's a deal. There's a deal. And that deal should give America hope. But it doesn't get us out of the mess that we're in. I think that we're still at pretty low approval ratings. It's going to take a while for us to rebuild any credibility. But I think that the effort to rebuild credibility begins when we honestly and earnestly roll up our sleeves, tackle the big problems, recognize that we have to do it together rather than to retreat into our respective corners and just hope that we can get it right without talking to one another. So again, I thank Senator Collins for her leadership on this issue, and I thank all my colleagues on the Democrat side of the aisle, the Republican side of the aisle, for coming to this point. And I am most hopeful that we will see quick resolve today so that the country can breathe easily and sleep a little bit better tonight. With that, Madam President, I yield the floor.